we're looking at emotional intelligence in love. Mm. This one, basically, we're focusing on love. And this morning, our guest is joining us very soon right here in Lagos. His name is Raphael Malik. He is a social media expert, and we'll be discussing and talk more about this morning. So, Mr. Raphael, are you there? Raphael Malik, good morning.
Morning.
Okay, we
How
have
are we
our
doing?
counselor in the house. Beautiful
Am I
morning to
audible,
you.
please?
How are you? Can you hear us?
Hello. I can hear you. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, we
Yes,
can
you
hear you
can.
now. Now we can hear you.
Or
So, to you, what is emotional intelligence in love? Not in relationship now, in love. Can you help us with that definition, or what? And we want you to just help us to define that in your own way.
okay, thank you for this time. Emotional intelligence in love. I think personally, it addresses how we're able to define our response, our love language. Because for different couple, different persons, different relationship, we have different approach, different development, different understanding, different level of communication. So this defines how we are able to put our knowledge, our understanding of our partner's emotion language to a better use. If we are able to understand each other, if you're able to understand how my partner will respond at a certain condition, at a certain time, then it helps each partner, each relationship to be able to do better in how they build together.
So now speaking, what you said now was emotional intelligence in love. Now, emotional intelligence in relationships, in marriages. How important is it for one to be emotionally intelligent in relationships? And what are these signs to show that your partner is emotionally intelligent? What are these crucial things to look out for? Or these signs? Is it when he's vocal, when he's communicating? Is it when he openly shows his vulnerability? Or what are you, what's this party? I don't know if you're getting my question, but what's this particular thing you can actually
All
look
right,
at and
yes.
say, yes, you are emotionally
Good question.
intelligent?
Good question. So let's break it down a little and get some background understanding of this topic we're actually looking at. You know, emotional intelligence, especially when you look at it from the love angle, has to do with how each person is able to understand his or her own partner. For example, I give you a scenario. I could break this level of understanding into three areas. Somebody that's not unaware. I mean, for that person or for that partner or for that couple, emotional intelligence is like grammar. It's out of their dictionary, so they don't know what you're talking about. Somebody is silent, hey, you choose to be silent. That's all. Then there's quiet and there's peace in the house. To that person, that is just the person being silent. And to another person that has some level of awareness, who say, oh, have I done something wrong? Is there anything that is going on? Or the person want to inquire, want to ask questions about what is really the matter, And for another level of some couples that are informed. Okay, so remember, I'm saying informed, not necessarily educated, because there are some people that are also educated that are not well informed about this so-called silent area of our relationship that actually determines how we succeed, in how we relate to our partners, even at home or wherever we find ourselves. Those that are well informed are able to analyze and try to break down what it's really the matter when the partner is going silent or quiet or exhibiting or showing some signs or language of emotion. That particular couple might be able to break it down and analyze the situation and say, okay, if I understand my partner very well for some years that we have been together, for that which I have known him or her for the few times we have spent together, and I'm able to understand this expression, this language, then there will be a better outcome because they will be able to put definition to instances, moment, reaction, languages, and they'll be able to bring the needed response, needed action when it matters. Maybe sometimes the person does need a hug. Sometimes the person does need that moment to be quiet and to be alone for a while, or there's need for some other responses that will make that moment, very, very creative and achieve a better outcome, a better result. And for those that are aware but not well informed, they will have a different result. Okay, so there could be a little bit of misunderstanding. There could be a little bit of silence and keeping some things in the cooler because, yes, we understand ourselves to an extent. So you keep some things in the cooler. You sweep some things under the carpet because, yes, you are a bit, informed about the emotional state of your partner. But you can't put a definition to it. You can't define it. You are not able to, break it down to know, oh, for my partner that I know to this extent, this is what I think is happening. Then you will sweep some things under the carpet and, hold on while you are able to bring it to the table for discussion until, a moment and a time where it seems that the atmosphere is a bit better. And for those that are really not that are really unaware, it's really not a good thing because you find some reaction like violence, like attacking back, feeling unwanted, and all sorts. And these break down the level of trust, the level of communication, the level of harmony and togetherness among the couple, and that actually affects the whole family. So the understanding of each other, emotional language especially, helps each relationship in their love life to redefine moments. Because there could be different moments in your life that will bring in different reactions. So you find somebody coming back from work, having faced some battering at work, either from your boss or from your client or from customers, all sorts. So when you come back home to find some solace and some rest, and you are not able to express maybe the usual expression you express to your partner when you get home, to hug, to share kisses, to share a form of expression, and you are not able to deliver that, it is important that the other partner is able to understand what is happening and be able to bring in some level of comfort, to the other partner, so that there could be a beautiful and understanding between the two couples, knowing that this expression that I'm getting from my partner is not necessarily who he or she is, but possibly what might have happened along the way during the day, and the person needs some level of solace and comfort to be able to come back to their beautiful person that they are. And the understanding of this that we are sharing right now, it's actually a major factor of what determines the success, the love, and the journey for each relationship as they progress.
So much.
So it's time for us to go for our word of marble. So you just hold on. Let's go for this word of marble. We will be right back. Viewers at home, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Okay, thank you for staying and waiting till now. Now, I want to ask this question. How does or how can emotional intelligence, okay, how can it influence the communication between couples, especially in the area of conflicts? How can and how does emotional intelligence influence communication between couples in the area of conflicts?
Thank you. Somehow, for every person, there are flavors of how we see, analyze, and tackle conflicts. So, for example, for someone that is a bit analytic and very detailed in bringing solution to things, you want to dig deep to what is really causing the crisis. And especially in the moment of communication, you want to know the best moment to bring up topics. You want to define your partner's emotion, to know when the person is open to discuss, to talk about a particular topic. Because sincerely, if you understand your partner's emotional language, you will know when best to bring us up some topics. Yes, there could be issue on ground, there could be expectation that have not been met, there could be a little bit of conflict here and there, but your understanding of your partner will help you to know that at this moment, my partner is not ready or is ready for this talk, is ready for this kind of topic. That is a place where you define your communication before it starts. You are able to know that, oh, my partner at this moment is at this level, and he or she might not be able to, to calm down, to be able to bring him or herself to that level where he or she will be able to look deeply into the matter, into the topic, into the issue, and be able to come out with a better response. Because me and you know that it is advised that you do not take decisions when you are angry. That's a very basic one that most people should know. So if you know that your spouse, your partner cannot handle some matter when he or she is angry, you will bring it up. You look for that moment that is beautiful, that you know that this person will be willing to talk about this issue. So that's one area of understanding of our partner's emotions. So when we know some of these things and we're able to bring it to application in the moment and at times where it is highly needed, you find out that you'll be able to resolve most of the matters amicably, without any or much disagreement, without any too much argument over it, because the minds will be open. The mind will be open for suggestions. It might be open for for deeper talks and deeper thoughts to be able to really analyze the matter, and this will definitely bring both parties to a better conclusion.
Thank you so very much. So now, since we're talking about relationship and emotional intelligence in relationship, we have so many people that are already in relationships where their partners are not emotionally intelligent. When we're talking about emotional intelligence, right, we're talking about how to communicate effectively without withholding a particular feeling or emotion. One is maybe showing empathy, acknowledging your shortcomings and doing it properly like you are meant to. So how can you make your partner to be accountable for their actions? Like you said, when you're upset with someone, or let me use this example. When you're upset or having an argument with someone and they hurt you, most times they would always say, people that are not emotionally intelligent would say, you made me act this way. You made me raise my voice. Why not say, oh, I felt hurt because you said this particular thing, and I would appreciate if you had spoken to me differently. Now that's been emotionally intelligent. But these are habits that we cannot force someone to start exhibiting. It has to be willingly. So is it possible, first, is it possible to make your partner emotionally intelligent? Do we teach them, or do we, I don't know, do we guide them, do we brood them, what do we need to do to make them emotionally intelligent?
Wow.
Yeah, because it is very important in every relationship.
Raphael will help us.
Yes, very, very important. I share your thought there. Sincerely, there's a saying that says a crayfish that's already dry cannot be bent. I hope I said it properly. The truth is, for most relationship, I want to stand at this position where I say to my fellow men, it is better that the man has more understanding of emotional intelligence. It is always better. Not that the woman cannot have more, not that the lady cannot be more emotionally intelligent, but because most of the decisions, because the man is seen as a head, and because most women will most likely, let me use the word submit, to a man that has that understanding of who they are, because they are able to read and know their emotional language, and they are able to respond properly. Now, coming to how we can make our partner to have more understanding or more knowledge or be aware of what our emotional language is. It now depends on the couple. Why I say it is better for the man to have more understanding is because you as the man will be able to bring up your home, starting from your partner, your wife, to a place of better understanding by communicating it in love. First, you show it. When there are emotional moments, you show some level of understanding, maturity, and response to that moment. Definitely, permit me to use the word, if the other partner is a bit mature, is a bit intelligent, is a bit concerned, will learn from the other partner. Oh, how is he or she able to manage that moment, react that way, and we are having a better or almost a better result. So the first step is for you to show what you want others to know, others to express, others to also have. So when you show that level of understanding and maturity and knowledge of your partner's emotion, then you are able to pass it on. You're able to say, listen, this is the way I see it. This is the way I did it. This is the way we should go. All right. So it takes time. It's not something you want to change overnight, but gradually, when the other partner sees it in you that my partner is able to handle my outburst most of the time this way or that way, and we're able to get a better result, and I am not going overboard more than I should go, then you want to see that, oh, there's something to learn here, there's something to understand, there's more to just throwing out your emotion anyhow you feel it, whenever you feel like. All right, so it is a gradual process for us to show, teach, and help our partner to come to a better understanding of our emotions. It differs to the different couple, so we need to find out how best to communicate and to relate these things to our partner. For some, books can help. For some, it could be audio books, it could be videos, for some, it could be counseling. For some, it could be one-on-one talk. When the moment is right, you're able to share this understanding and put it to practice. I think that's the way to go.
I want to ask this question. Can we try to adopt? Can couples adopt daily habits to actually enhance their connection and understanding in the relationship in the area of the emotions? Can couples adopt daily habits, okay, that can help to enhance their communication, their connection? What are these habits?
Hmm. That's a deep question. If you permit me, let me ask you this question. Why do you think, or should I say, why do women have more emotion than men? Do you think it is so?
Kind
Olori?
of the act.
They are more
They are more of
factual.
factual, realistic. They just want to pour out things to it. But women, we tend to
We are
walk,
feelers.
we
We feel
walk
everything.
into the feelings, the emotional part of. That's how we
Yes.
are all
Most of
wired.
it.
I
Thank
believe
you.
so.
Most of the time, those feelings and feelers, are ways that we over evaluate the moment and the emotion and the things that is happening. We just feeling some things that is not there, and we create imaginary moments, and that fills space, occupies our life, add weight, and start to create another matter that is not existing. Thank you. Personally, habits, are things that you develop every day to build a beautiful lifestyle. Um, there are different contexts, and for example, one of the experience I had is that there's this couple. One of their uh, hard boundaries that they created is when they have any crisis and they're able to talk, resolve it, and learn from it. One of the things that they put as an habit for each moment is that they say to themselves that this path that we have been will never go lower than it again. It means what we have learned today, this error, mistake, whichever area it's coming from, or whosoever have made that mistake, we are not going to do that again. So it also helps each partner to say, okay, we have made this uh, achievement in this area of our love life and our relationship. We have become better in this angle, at this angle where this crisis, this issue could affect us, or a general issue that affects relationship, that affects couples. They say to themselves that at this that we have learned, we will not go lower than this. Anything coming in from that angle, what we have learned today, we put to application to avoid any crisis from that area, from that angle. And I think from the little I got to know, it's working for them. So that's something they set up, as a lifestyle to guide their own emotion outburst. If the lady has some concerns, just use that as an example. They have decided that, okay, this is what we're going to do. Definitely they will define it according to their context and what really works for them. So there are a few things that we could put in place, like, okay, if somebody is angry, let's not take decisions. Let's look at something we can implement to make sure we have a better result. And these things, they vary. I'm not able to give you a particular example for now because for each person, it varies. So let's find out within ourselves what works for us. What works for us as a couple? If we have any matter rising up or coming up, what can we do? What do we do? Do we have a template? Do you have a thought of how we approach it? This I think will help everyone in any form of relationship to be able to achieve a better outcome, in developing a good habit to balancing their emotion. For example, I say to you, if you come for those that go to work, the couples that go to work, you both went to work, you are coming back in the evening, and we are both tired. How will I expect, for example, my wife to go to the kitchen when she's also coming from a hard day work? That's a place of understanding that can help our emotion. Because for most women, if I if I can speak for them, at that moment, the emotion and the thought running in their head is, how will I really go back to the kitchen again? How will I go to the kitchen at this moment when I'm really tired, fact out, or maybe that day was not a good day at work? How really, she will be, there'll be that trouble, in her mind, in her head. What will I do? But when you, as a partner, either is the man that is a chef, because for some couples that says the woman must cook. What if the man is a chef and a very good one at that? So must the woman be the one to go to the kitchen? So if there's a better understanding of that moment, a better outcome of that moment will help the emotional state of that couple, so that he can tell her, don't worry about going to cook. Whatever we have, we can manage until tomorrow, or vice versa, or whatever can work for them at that moment. So that's just an example how we can really make our daily lifestyle, help our emotional state, and give more intimacy and more closeness in every home. Thank you.
Go, but I think my Gen Z host has one more question, right?
Yes. So finally, a very quick one, because our time is already fast spent. Yeah. What's your word of advice to people out there who are already in relationships that emotional intelligence is not existent? What do you advise them to do? What's the way forward for them? What do they do? Your final advice to them very quickly.
All right, so let me start generally. I want to say, for everyone out there going through one challenges or the other with your partner, there's need for you to listen. Listen in 3 levels. Listen to what the person is saying. Listen to what the person is not saying. And if you may, listen to what is happening either spiritually, psychologically around you, that is, saying, speaking to you so loudly that this is actually happening, and there's need to redefine the entire environment. It will help you to know the emotional state of your partner and able to guide you on what to do right. And for everyone that is out there having one crisis or the other, there is no magic anywhere. Emotional intelligence is a particular way we have identified how we all react in the area of joy, sadness, trusting, kindness, all sort of expression that define good definition to who we are. So if we are able to put some level of attention to each other to understand the next person, believe me, for some people, books might help for you to know more on how to handle this emotional expression. So some, you need to read books, you need to go through audio books. For some, you might go through some videos. For some, it might be counseling and going through people that have this understanding to give you advice. These are things that it cannot be removed from any relationship, because for you to really go further and take your relationship and your home family to the next, that next generation, next phase, you really need to understand and learn that which you need to know. The magic one, the Maggie and the ingredient that you need to put in that relationship to make it a better one. Believe me, there's no relationship crisis that cannot be resolved. None. Except life is being threatened. If the two couples believe in each other and they want it to work, there's always a solution. You need to find it. Thank you.
Well done. You took all your time today to do all justice to this. Thank you. We've been talking with Raphael Malik. He is a counselor and a social media expert. Thank you for joining us this morning. And I hope we've been able to open your eyes to many things on emotional intelligence in love. Tomorrow is going to be another wonderful time as we will be talking about in-law dramas, in-laws drama. Setting healthy boundaries. Setting healthy boundaries. In-laws drama. Setting healthy boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
That's going to be a very interesting
I
one.
want to know what my Gen Z host will have to say tomorrow by the grace of God. And we just want you to make sure that you make it a date with us by 10 a.m. tomorrow on Family and Values. Join us tomorrow from my Gen Z hosts.
Yes, from my end, still talking about emotional intelligence. Our guest said something. He said paying attention to what is said and what is not said. Very, very important. So we should try. And he also said something, I think a take home for everyone. Before you, or if you expect your partner to exhibit a certain habit, you should show them first with your actions. If you want them to communicate how they feel about a particular thing at any point in time, start speaking up first. Then it just comes natural. They will emulate the same thing and everyone has peace.
And
Yeah.
when they're not emulating it, don't look down on them, don't talk them out of it, because sometimes when we expect something from a man and the man is not coming up with, you're like, your mates are doing this. Some women are they're very quick to do that.
Yeah.
So when they're not doing it, doesn't mean they can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But you just need to encourage them. You need to encourage them. Start it just like Tenzil said. We need to start it. It's like starting a conversation on a particular issue that you want, to silence in your family. And there is a way you just need to start it. Look at the mood, look at the environment, look at everything around you before you take off. Okay?
Yeah, and still talking about, because you asked me a question, some daily habits that we should get used to in relationships. I feel like the first one is to make sure nobody goes to bed when there's an issue. Always learn to address the issue before going to bed and waking up the following morning. Then the second one is prioritizing peace and kindness over conflict. Even if you're having any issue with your partner, should not stop you from reaching out to them, should not stop you for caring about this particular person, even if you're having issues. So prioritizing kindness and peace in spite of arguments. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful and amazing segment of Family and Values. See you same time, same station tomorrow. My name is Gratitude Imokwede, your Gen Z host. Goodbye.
I still remain Olori Adejoke. I will give David up to see you tomorrow. Have a splendid day. On behalf of everyone who has made today's show a success, we love you. Bye.